Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So, what I've noticed from, years of coaching is that the reason why a lot of guys don't get the girls they want or just don't get girls, period, is because they have low self-esteem. And their low self-esteem really affects, the success that they're going to have in a game. I see it when, I'm coaching certain guys, I see comments on videos, I see people talking in message boards, and, I see a lot of things where guys will say, I'm only a 6, so the hottest girl I could probably ever get is an 8 or some shit like that. Or they'll say, unless I have money or unless I have this or that, I can't get these type of girls, and girls only want these type of guys. And, I'm too scared to approach this girl because I know that if I try to get with her, she's not going to want a guy like me. All this, it's a bunch of shit, right? Because guys have low self-esteem. Then what I see is a lot of guys gravitating to this goofy type of game where they're trying to sort of trick and use tactics and, some sort of magic formula type of shit to get girls to like them and chase them and do all this other goofy stuff. And I'm just like, you feeling like you need to go down that route is based off of your low self-esteem. You understand? Because what happens is, unfortunately, a lot of guys out there truly believe that women are better than them. Or they believe that they would be lucky to have a girl. You understand? And it's funny because I go out to a lot of events. I go to a lot of, bars, clubs, different things. And, I see a lot of guys like this where they're not used to being in the presence of hot women. You understand? And some are just not used to being in the presence of women at all. And when I say in the presence of them, I mean actually being in a situation where they can actually talk to a woman, have a conversation, flirt with her, try to make something happen. Because these dudes just look like a deer in headlights. They're just they don't know what to say, what to do. They're nervous as fuck. You understand? And then they're wondering why they're not getting girls. And they feel like they're not supposed to be there. You understand? They feel out of place. You understand? Being in a room with a bunch of hot women, they're just standing on the side looking at chicks, but they don't approach and don't say anything. You understand? They're just so nervous and shook, and they just don't see any reason why, any of these women would want them. And so if this sounds like you, like any of you listening to this video, and it sounds like you have to understand that the reason why it's going to be hard for you is because of the low self-esteem. It's because you don't see value in yourself. It's because you aren't taking time to understand who you are and what makes you, what makes you interesting, what makes you valuable. You got to understand this stuff. You understand? This is where you start to understand that core confidence, or just building your confidence. See, and it's unfortunate that you got a lot of guys out here who self-esteem is so low that they feel like there's no way or that they could ever be confident, or they don't understand confidence. They don't understand, that they have value. You understand? They don't even see it. They're just like, I'm just some loser. You know what I mean? And because I don't have the looks and the money and the status, I'm never going to be able to get girls. And so what happens is a lot of these dudes, they come on the internet and they go on these message boards, or they watch a lot of goofy ass shit that sort of makes them feel good, sort of, relieves the pain that they're going through, but they're not really putting in the work and gravitating to what's going to make them be a dude who's actually improving, a guy who's actually working on himself, a guy who is, recognizing his value and developing that core confidence. You understand what I'm saying? Like, dudes ain't really trying to do that. And it's the low self-esteem is so heavy that it's hard for them to make shit happen. Because look, when we talk about confidence, right? You have some people who will say, well, you can't be confident unless you have success first. And, confidence is nonsense. It's bullshit. It's stupid. It don't make a difference. It's all about the look. They go down that spiral. You understand? And so what happens is that they end up going down a lot of different spirals. So like, let's say, for example, they try to talk to a girl. The girl rejects him. The girl ignores him or whatever. The girl ain't trying to fuck with them. So now they say, you see, that's what it is. That's why I can't get girls. You see, there's evidence there that I can't get girls. So then therefore their self-esteem gets even lower. And then when they try to muster up the courage again to even talk to a girl, because they're approaching the girl with low self-esteem, right? They go back into that spiral again because that girl's going to reject him again. Another girl's going to reject him because he's coming at her with that low self-esteem energy. So guys think when it comes to confidence that the only way to be confident is that you have to be successful, and then that's going to spiral you into more confidence. You understand? Now, when we look at that objectively, it's not necessarily like that's even a bad thing or that's even incorrect, because you can build your confidence through that success and knowing that, I did this before, then maybe I can do it again. I know I have accomplished this. I'm competent in this, so then I can do it again. The only problem with that is if you're just doing it that way or understanding it that way, is that you're setting yourself up to be living in that spiral, meaning that if something else happens to where it doesn't work out, then you're going to spiral back in the opposite direction. Meaning that if you talk to another girl and then shit don't go down, then it's going to go back to, I guess she doesn't like me because I suck. And then you're going to go back into spiraling into that negative, low self-esteem energy. And then you're going to try to talk to another girl and she's going to diss you because you're coming at her with that low self-esteem energy, and then it's going to go right back around. You understand? So for a lot of you guys who have that low self-esteem, what it is that you have to stop always trying to get your self-esteem and your sense of confidence through all the things outside of you, because you're just going to keep going in those spirals. Right? You have to first understand that you're valuable, period. And that's hard for guys to understand. They just can't see it. They don't get it. And the reason why they don't get it is because what's happening is they keep spiraling out of control on that bullshit. And also what happens is they keep doing things that are reinforcing the low self-esteem. This is why I keep telling guys, like, look, stop fucking doing all of this goofy, manipulative tactics and all this other stuff, because by you doing that shit, you are already telling your subconscious mind, you suck, you ain't shit, you're a loser, which is why you have to do the manipulation. Because you can never get a girl unless you do these things, because you suck. You see what I'm saying? This is why you'll gravitate to that goofy shit. Because your self-esteem is so low that you can't even imagine, you can't even fathom that a woman would actually want to fuck with you. That's how low your self-esteem is. And that's why you gravitate to the bullshit. And that's why you're going to keep spiraling back into that bullshit. And you're going to keep grasping and saying, well, you know what? If I want to be confident, then I need a girl to tell me I'm cute. I need a girl to like me first. Because you're such in this spiral, in this low self-esteem energy, that you're looking for validation to feel like you're worth something. But all you need to do is validate yourself. You got to look at yourself as that $100 bill. The $100 bill is worth $100 bill no matter what the fuck happens. No matter if I fold it in half, no matter if I, have it crisp and all clean and all that, it's still worth $100 bill. It's still worth $100. So you have to look at yourself that way, but you're not going to see yourself that way if you're always looking outside yourself for that confidence. See, there's nothing wrong with building your confidence off of outside things. There's nothing wrong with that. But it's like this. That's something you do after you have recognized the value in yourself. Because if you're just trying to build it off of, the outside shit and that's it, you have no foundation. So when things don't go your way, you're going to fall right back into the bullshit because you have no foundation. You understand? Building it is just icing on the cake. So it's like this. You should be saying, listen, I know I'm valuable. Whether or not a woman wants me or not, or I'm fucking with a chick, I'm valuable, period. I'm not valuable because this chick said I'm valuable. Fuck that. I'm valuable with or without the girl. That's how you actually have that core confidence. Now that you have that core confidence, if you have successes, if you have certain things popping off, and when we're talking about in the context of women, you can say, okay, cool. You know what? I realized that I was able to talk to these girls, get the numbers, hook up and do what I was doing those other times. So I can build off of that and feel good about that and then keep going. Right? But if something happens where, let's say the next 25, 30 girls I talk to, all of them don't want to fuck with me, I'm not going to go back into this spiral of low self-esteem and negativity because I already have the core confidence within myself to realize how valuable I am anyway, despite all of that shit. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have that core, then you're just, you have no foundation. You're fucking, you have no substance. This is why I laugh at all the dudes that's always talking about, it's only about looks, money, and status. It's only about looks, money, and status. You know what? Looks, money, and status is fine. But fuck with the looks, money, and status after you have that core confidence, after you have that game in you. The looks, money, and status is the bonus. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, use that shit. But if you're using that as the main thing, you ain't got no substance. And this is why you're going to have trouble. This is why you're going to spiral back into some bullshit, because you are looking at those things as the thing that you need in order for you to be attractive, in order for you to be that dude. But you have to understand you are that dude, period. You understand? But see, unfortunately, there's going to be a whole bunch of motherfuckers that's just going to, they're going to hear this shit. It's going to go into one ear right out the other. They're going to continue to, do a bunch of bullshit in the game because they're going to continue to manipulate and be on some fuck shit because they just don't believe there's any other way. Their self-esteem is that low to where they feel like the only way for them to get a chick is to lie, manipulate, pay for the pussy, tricking, whatever the fuck it is. You understand? Any other low self-esteem type of behavior. And, it is going to be what it's going to be. But I just hope and pray that at some point you get it. At some point you understand. At some point you realize what's really going on. Because at that point, that's when you're really going to start to win. That's when you're really actually going to get to that place you really want to be. Click the link below to get the ebook 60-Second Game. In this book, you'll learn how your confidence, verbal communication skills, appearance, response to rejection, and honesty can affect your game. Click the link below to get your copy today.
Now, before you turn off this video, I want you to do 3 quick things. 1, I want you to click the link below to send me a question. If you have a question on dating and relationships, I'll make a video about it. 2, I want you to click the link under that to get my free audio program, Undeniable Game, which teaches you 7 easy to follow tips on how to really attract beautiful women. And 3, I want you to click the link under that one to go to Bad Boy Membership, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month.
What's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy Membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy Membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.